Alright, going against a Druid here. Probably expecting him to be Treant because we can't deal with that as well. We have a rougher time against the Treant, so we can consider keeping an Eviscerate. We probably just want to pass the Eviscerate. I kind of want to keep the Shadow Step, just because it's turn we're going first. We don't have much to do. Backstab is better than the Shadow Step. We're definitely looking for the Backstab. And I think that that's actually why I'm circling all this here. I think what I was talking about in the mulligan was considering keeping the Shadow Step and just ultimately saying that I would rather have the Backstab, so I pitched to get the Backstab and I'm paid off here. We ripped the Pharaoh Cat turn 1, is amazing as usual. Excited about that, of course. Grand Mummy gives us something to do next turn. So now if he's a Quest, we're in really good shape. Yeah, see? When they're Quest, you really just want to keep applying pressure early. Just keep on adding tempo up. So now we definitely play the Grand Mummy and just go face. Next turn he wants to pass, just straight up pass. So then we can drop our SI agent and see, maybe we can make him use a Wrath before his Quest is up so he doesn't get the draw off of it on the SI agent. That would be pretty good for us. We can consider Praise Galakrond Dagger, but I think that's trap. I think we just want to drop the SI and keep our pressure up, force him to use a Wrath if he has to. Maybe he can't, you know, he definitely wants to drop his, his drawing card, which we can very cleanly deal with here with our Backstab, Seal Fate, things like that. Next turn I want a Life Drinker, so I'd prefer to backstab this. Yeah, I want to backstab this and use our 2 1/2s. And here's why. Because one, I want to keep the pressure high. He still has one more turn of it doing this stuff, so he has to float mana one more turn, so we're highly incentivized to kill the Crystal Merchant, because that way he doesn't get paid off for both things. He doesn't get the draw and quest completion next turn, he just gets one. So we definitely want to clear off this 1/4. We can do it with our Seal Fate and then like our 1/2. But then we don't develop as much on board. I would like to kill this without using my SI agent, because I want the SI agent to have 3 health, because in 2 turns comes the Starfall, and it's very likely that he's just going to Oasis Surger instead. It's, you know, unlikely that we can protect our whole squad against the Starfall at all times. But the longer we can keep the Starfall away, the better. And if we put the 3/3 SI and next turn we drop the 3/3 Life Drinker and are able to protect them both, he cannot kill both of them with the Starfall. So I think we definitely want to protect our SI agent. Let's see what the draw here is. The draw is Spirit of the Shark. That's not going to do anything. So I think we're definitely wanting to go backstab Life Drinker here. We could just do our double Invocation. I think is somewhat reasonable. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world, but I think it would be better to just develop, because we're not going to play this Goblin Lackey now. So now this is our pressure. This is our board going into here. Okay. Praise Galakrond, always on this Grand Mummy over the other one too, because the Grand Mummy has a Death Rattle, so you want to incentivize him to kill the Death Rattle. That's going to be beneficial to us, you feel me? So this is alright. I would have liked to play the Life Drinker instead. Possibly we didn't play the Life Drinker because we got the Spirit of the Shark and we want to save them together, but I don't think that's correct. I don't think that's wise at all. You have to wait till like turn 8 to do that. So definitely the play here was Life Drinker Backstab. 100% was the play. It was better than this always, because you have more pressure on board, you know? More pressure on board is always good, and next turn you have more options too. So now what are we doing here? We have Life Drinker, Spirit of the Shark. If we Spirit of the Shark, he can't clear us with the Starfall. Also, I think we want to put something with high health on the board. Now that we draw this Miscreant, I think we're just going to play the Miscreant, though. I don't think we want to play the other two. Just keep getting more options. Or we could think about setting up the Shark so that we can play Miscreant next turn. And that also will play around his Oasis Surgers and Starfall, because he can't clear the Spirit of the Shark with the Starfall unless he has low T, and he doesn't have low T out. And he obviously can't clear it with the Oasis Surgers. So I think it's actually reasonable to consider playing Spirit of the Shark and then Goblin Lackey. I think it's very reasonable to just play this Miscreant and get a Lackey. Just keep the board wide. And keep strengthening up this Grand Mummy and giving a lot more pressure. Yep, definitely want to play the Ethereal Lackey here now. It's the best of the Lackeys to play here. Ooh, Daring Escape is interesting, but it's definitely got to be Shadow Step. Shadow Step is like one of the best cards in our deck. And then just go up top. let's skip ahead a little bit and see what he wants to do now. We're wanting to consider his healing, 6 mana, 12. We just want to get that out as early as possible, I think, especially since we have the Spirit of the Shark Kobold Lackey here. We can just take care of that really easily. Okay. So now we're in a really interesting place. We have 2 Shadow Steps. We have to clear this board off. So we want to use our backstab for sure. We probably want to use our Spirit of the Shark and our Kobold Lackey here for sure. We have that option. We probably want to clear this board off as well as we can while also keeping our 3/3 activated, keeping our 1/4 activated so that we can continue to play around his AoE. So I think what I want to do is backstab the 6/6, run in one of the 1/1s, Spirit of the Shark, Kobold Lackey, Shadow Step the Kobold Lackey again, and then put everybody up top. And maybe even use our Goblin Lackey, because that would be useful, or that'll use up all our mana. Alternative lines are to use like a Life Drinker and a Goblin Lackey. I don't really like that as much. Why do we need to run our stuff in? I would rather just use one of the Shadow Steps, and we just got a free Shadow Step. I would rather use one of the free Shadow Steps on the Kobold Lackey. And that way we just keep our board presence as high as we can at all times. So definitely want to use a backstab here. Definitely there, yep. If we use it on the 3/5, we have to use an attack. See, we don't need to use this attack. This is not an attack we need to make, but it's okay, I suppose. Keep getting more buffs, I guess. Yeah, use the Pharaoh Cat, probably over the Lackey. And then what is our plan after that? Oh, okay, so we want to Shadow Step the Miscreant. I'm good with Shadow Stepping the Miscreant and playing it with the Shark too. I think I actually like this best. Use the Shark and the Miscreant. So why are we not playing the Shark? So I think kind of somewhere around this game is where I really started realizing that it's really tough to play the Shark when you only have 1. And see, again, here we're floating mana. We didn't need to be floating mana. We could have just much better utilized this turn by playing Spirit of the Shark and our Shadow Step. We could have even used both Shadow Steps if we needed to, you know. We could have just used the Shark use the Shark, get more Miscreant value with the Shark, and then get more Lackey value with the Shark. We're only running 1 Shark here, so I think at this point we're really wanting to save the Shark as our finisher, maybe with a Kronks or maybe with this Life Drinker that we've also saved mistakenly. But like I'm saying, I don't think this is correct. I think it's unwise to be saving these things like this. Just come over the top later. Maybe it's better to play the Shark now, get some Miscreant value, and then that can lead us into the victory at the end, into Valhalla. But this is still a strong board. He still has a rough time dealing with this, you know. He needs a Starfall. Yep, we're going to protect our 1/4. And it's probably going to be like a 2/5 now, right? 2/3, yep. Definitely Shield of Galakrond here. Possibly Witchy Lackey on somebody. Probably Witchy Lackey the 2/3. Our 4/5 is really strong. Probably Witchy Lackey the 2/3, and then use the Goblin Lackey on something. We can use the Goblin Lackey right now to get an extra damage in, but I don't think it's necessary. We could also Shadow Step this 2/3 and use it again, and then Witchy Lackey it, I think is also reasonable. But I think at this point we're wanting to save the Shadow Step for the Life Drinker, because that's 12 damage from a hand. We want to start counting damage, right? So, especially if he doesn't have the second healing Oasis, hidden Oasis, we definitely want to start counting damage. So, right now we got him at 17. I think I do like saving the Shadow Step for the Life Drinker. That's a 10 mana play. Okay, that's interesting. Just go up top with the face, and we can pass. Yeah, we don't even need to play Lackey here. Well, we need to attack face. I don't know why we're saving the dagger charge. I guess we're expecting to be able to play Life Drinker or Spirit of the Shark next turn, but now when he uses that, there's no chance. Now when he uses this, there's almost no chance. He has to clear the Lackey. So now we are in an interesting bind. We can use our dagger to clear off 1/5/1, and we can use our 2/4 to clear off the other 5/4. And then we can just Spirit of the Shark Life Drinker if we want. Could Seal Fate our 2/4, I suppose, if we want to, before we do all that. I'd rather use our Seal Fate on something of the opponent's. Maybe we just want to ignore the 5/4 and just keep going upstairs. Just keep putting damage upstairs and let him make the trades for us. He doesn't want to trade off this 2/4, right? Unless he can clear both of it. So it's probably okay to kill everything. Or to kill just the 5/1 and leave the 5/4 up. Yeah, I like this. And just clear the 5/1. We should attack first, so that we're not taking as much damage to the face, but that's alright. We would have been up to full health if we had waited, but that's alright. I like this. I think this is okay. Shadow Step the Life Drinker. We have a second Life Drinker in deck, so it's possibly better to Shadow Step the Shark here. But he has no way of killing it. I mean, he has to low T Starfall, and this is not something you want to low T Starfall, so I think it's okay. So now he's at 11 effectively. Oh god. Now he's at 23 effectively. Oh wow, Heist Baron is so good. Such a good draw. Such a good draw. So we want to Goblin Lackey our Shark. We want to Heist Baron. We want to clear the 6/6 with our 2/4, right? That's the wrong. That's a misplay. Because this extra 2 damage is not doing anything now. We already get to clear the 6/6 just by attacking. 2 Wondrous Wands every time, right? There's nothing else to get. Then we could have put 2 more upstairs. Would have been the right play. I think we definitely Life Drinker here. Yep, I see you now. That's correct, that you made a mistake. Because now we're just clearing this, and we could have had a 2/3 Shark going upstairs. Since that's always going to kill. Considering Goblin Lackeying the Goblin Lackey so that we can try and clear, but it only gives us 3 attacks, so it's not the move. If we had an extra mana, we could have Goblin Lackeyed our Life Drinker here to clear, but that's fine too. We just let him take our Heist Baron, it's no problem. He has to clear everybody, right? So it's a very interesting predicament for him. So he's probably going to use the Oasis Surger on the Shark so that he can protect it. What are you doing, swiping here maybe? Probably doesn't want to Starfall that. Okay, so we start with the Wondrous Wand. We can sap this Twilight Drake if we need to. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay, so our game plan is completely changed now. We no longer need a tempo, we just need to get him down. I mean, it hasn't changed because we were already trying to get him down, but then he healed back up and we were like, what are we going to do? So, yeah, this is super good. Okay, so we start by playing both Maniacs. We're definitely going to play out the Maniacs, see what lackeys we get. The Maniacs can clear the 5/4, we can sap the 4/7, but we even have an Eviscerate if we want to. We can even Seal Fate and Eviscerate the 4/7 if we want. Okay, we definitely want to Witchy Lackey one of our Devoted Maniacs now, so we're not going to clear. Which means, yeah, maybe we want to face this Lackey so that we can get our Goblin Lackey activated. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Now our Goblin Lackey's activated. Do we even want to just trade? Do we even want to trade it in right now? Yeah, okay. Put it into the 5/4. Witchy Lackey the 2/2, and then use our 0 mana sap, I think. Yeah, and now 0 mana sap him. Oops. Yeah, you don't have to tell him that we were trying to sap him. I don't think there's any reason to save the sap because we're really trying to win in about 2 turns. So we don't need... I doubt he's going to have multiple taunts that we need to sap. The But he has this nice board clear, so that plan has changed anyway. Okay, now we want a Life Drinker Miscreant to start off the show. Our Leroy is 6, our Life Drinker is 3, and our Eviscerate is 4. So it's 13 damage total. We have 10 damage now in hand. We now have 11 damage in hand. From hand. Really, we want Shadow Steps. Maybe another Eviscerate even could do the job. So, if we can get somebody to stick. Yeah, I like Big Ol' Whelp here. And we can even Goblin Lackey it so that we can clear the Jewels of the Sound. Oh, now we win the game, right? Now we're winning. We have to clear off the 1/4. Maybe we put it on our Life Drinker instead of our 5/5. Just protect the 5/5 a little more. He already has a low T, so 3 is not a breakpoint anymore for the Life Drinker. Now it's 4. Health is the breakpoint, so this is fine. Now we end here. Okay, so we just need a little damage in. Leroy, Shadow Step is 12, plus the Eviscerate is 16. So as long as we can get 4 damage to stick next turn, we win the game. And see, we have 2 saps in our hand. So unless he drops 2 taunts right now, we didn't need both of them. And it would have been correct to 0 mana sap the 4/7, which is just sitting here and getting damage on our guys still. But all we need is to stick 4 damage, or to draw an Eviscerate, or to stick 2 or 3 of this damage and draw a Lackey that can help us close the game out. He's already used both of his hidden Oases, so we're really in a good shape. We're really in a good position to just win this game, I think. So there's a sap for sure. Let's just draw the Eviscerate and win. So that'll do it. 2 saps in hand. We can definitely play the 2 mana sap this turn, so it was 100% correct to sap the 4/7 like 2 turns ago when we had the option. Now, I don't think we're slow playing. I think we're just mathing it out in our head right now. We haven't realized quite yet that we have the game, but I think at this point we have. Put 2 Eviscerates up top, give him the opportunity to concede before he has to wait and see everything, and there we go. Hit him with the well played. So not bad. Couple things in this game that I think we could have done a little bit better, but overall pretty good play. The game plan, like I said, against everybody, it's to tempo, and once they can take your board back, you come over the top. Particularly with your 0 mana costing cards. So that was, perfect execution. We just kept the tempo up, tempo high. Don't give him a lot of options or opportunities. We never gave him the opportunity to nourish. He never was able to nourish. So when you don't let them nourish, they're playing off the back foot with the cards that they have in hand. And if the cards that they have in hand are expensive cards and you're forcing them to use the expensive cards, you just never give them an opportunity to comfortably play the game that they want to play. So when you start with 1, 2, 3, 4 pressure, it's really tough for them to recover. I think our main misplay here was not playing the Life Drinker on 4. I think we should have played the Life Drinker on 4 to keep our tempo and pressure high. Other than that, we played pretty well, I think, this game. And we were able to close it out at the end with a nice big 20 mana or 20 damage burst from hand. Sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes that's how you get it done against a Druid, especially a Quest Druid. So, good game.